Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on Bake or Die. And pretty much we're going to go ahead and go over the update that dropped on Saturday, which was a couple days ago. And we're going to go ahead and explain everything in detail of what you guys need to know and what has changed. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, to go ahead and start off, you pretty much need to go ahead and find a key card. And this key card you can go ahead and access inside of the bakery itself, where you pretty much make the pies. However, you need to find a disc in order to play, like, I guess you could say, what I would call like a little security override. And pretty much the way you go ahead and get this little disc is going to be from this boss right here, which is going to be the mad mutated scientist. And so pretty much once you go ahead and defeat him, he's going to go ahead and drop his regular items, his boss fruit drops, his pack-a-punch blueprints, as well as the disc, which they just recently added to the drops. And as you guys can go ahead and see right here, it's going to be right there. And pretty much it's going to be the Baker's DVD, and it's going to be the floppy disk that you need to go ahead and insert inside of the PC or the computer that is located all the way back at the bakery. Now, once you get to the diner or where you bake the pies, you're pretty much going to go all the way to the back and come here to this computer. You're going to insert the disc, and you're pretty much going to go ahead and see this animation right here of the doctor pretty much throwing a fit and pretty much saying that the mad scientist killed his brother. And due to that, he's held up inside of the I forget, food factory, as you could go ahead and call it, or the new location. And pretty much he's saying he's going to get his revenge on the doctor. And pretty much we have the key card right here of the baker that did pass away, from my understanding. I believe this is the guy that passed away. Yep, definitely Frank. Poor Frank. R.I.P. Frank. Now, once you go ahead and have everything you need, just go ahead and come over here and open up the front gate. And just letting you guys know right off the bat, there are going to be new mobs or new zombies in here. There's going to be 4 new special infected, as you guys can see the peanut right here, as well as the doctor. And you're also going to have 2 other special infected, which we'll go ahead and go over shortly once we get inside. And we also have, I believe, 1 mini boss and then 2 bosses inside of here. So let's go ahead and kind of walk inside and try to murk these guys as quickly as we possibly can, because obviously they are a little hindrance. Alright, and I like to call this guy a mini boss just because he does resemble the Doomberry's boss that we did fight downstairs. And just be careful because he does have a mini gun. So I guess we could go ahead and call him the Doomberry mini gun boss. But he's in my opinion, he's a mini boss. Nothing too crazy. As long as you have a pack-a-punch ray gun, should be able to knock him out fairly simple. And unfortunately, it looks like my backup has decided to go ahead and run away. But yeah, I will say this. He will sometimes kind of not pay attention to you. And if you get close enough to him, and you could pretty much run right behind him, don't really have to be too concerned about him overall. But yeah, just be very careful when facing them. Obviously, when there's 2 versus 1, it's a little bit more difficult. But if you have a whole squad, it's way simple to knock these guys out. And pretty much right here, we do have the evil cook. And let's go ahead and just walk up to see this little cutscene of his, because he's pretty much going to go ahead and say that you should not be here. And yeah, here we go. Let's see. He's going to jump up a couple times. He's going to go ahead and head back there. And we got to find a couple of levers to go ahead and open this up. And the levers are going to be up there in the back. Hopefully we don't get ambushed right off the bat. Yep, ambushed. Here we go. And you're not going to see any of the new infected just yet. You're going to have to see them inside. I feel like this is just going to be the regular mob to go ahead and toss at us. I might not even pick all these guys up because I think I should have brought more vacuums. Oh my. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue to walk inside and explore this location of ours. Or the new location, I should say. And pretty much you're going to go ahead and head back here. And there's going to be some levers back here. Oh boy. We got a couple of peanuts. And then this is going to be the next one right here. The green jelly zombie. That's going to be one of the new ones as well. And then we're just missing a total of, I believe, 1 more up ahead, which should be hanging on the walls. And then we got the 2 bosses we got to go ahead and face. Let's see if I can find the one on the wall. It doesn't look like they're going to be here yet. But one of the... Oh my god, good morning. How are you? Jesus. Holy moly, I guess I'm on the menu today, huh? Oh boy, this is one buffet I was not excited to be a part of. But yeah, going back to what we were saying. Oh my. Pretty much the next infected should be up ahead, hopefully. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pull this lever. I think if I remember correctly, there's a total of 4 levers you gotta push. Oh boy, life does not look good right now, does it? All right, we're gonna go ahead and heal real quickly. We're gonna go ahead and continue to engage these targets. And I'm going to try to vacuum as many as I possibly can, just because we need that money. Yeah. Oh boy. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and proceed down. The next one is gonna be down here on this side. So we're gonna go ahead. Oh, there's another special infected. So these are gonna be the radioactive crawlers, if I remember correctly, or mutated crawlers. I call them radioactive crawlers. That's one of the other ones. I guess there's technically more than just 4, because I think that's already 4. I think there's more than 4, because there's supposed to be one hanging on the walls. And where is this 5th one? Oh yeah, there it is. Ta-da! The 3rd one. You're gonna go ahead and enter here. And then you're gonna go ahead and, yep, there it is, the hot dog. I call it the hot dog, even though it has peas inside, because it looks like a hot dog. So, but yeah, that's gonna be pretty much the last special infected. And you also have this minigun right here, which costs 40,000. I'm gonna go ahead and purchase it. So I'll tell you this: the minigun is pretty much overpowered, but however, if I shoot straight, it'll go up, and it'll consistently go up on its own. And when you stop shooting, it just stops. But overall, you're gonna go ahead and see me just kind of demolish these guys, assuming that I don't die. But yeah, it's pretty good. It just moves up a lot, so just keep that in mind if you guys are thinking about purchasing this guy. Now we're gonna go ahead and continue going up the stairs. I did have to head back. Oh my, good morning. I did have to go back, unfortunately, to go ahead and let all my stuff in my vacuum backpack pretty much well, let me rephrase that, because I just got lost because I got distracted here. But pretty much I did have to empty out my backpacks at base because I was overfilled, and I wanted to make sure I could collect everything here, just because there are going to be a lot of new pies with the new ingredients that you could go ahead and get. So make sure to pick up as many as you possibly can. Don't leave any stone unturned. And you're gonna have another door here, and I believe, oh my, woo! Okay, so I believe the next door is where we're gonna see our first boss of the day, which I hope we're able to get to quick enough, because it seems like we're a little distracted here, aren't we? All right, I think that's everyone. Nope, we have one that's flying. Hello, how are you? Good morning, good night. Oh boy, I hope you had life insurance. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and open this, and I believe the boss is gonna be right. Oh no, the mini boss is not here. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, Pew Pew. That's a new perk for you guys. So Pew Pew is definitely inside of this location. We're gonna go ahead and open this bad boy up, but we're gonna go ahead and set off an alarm. And we're gonna go ahead and summon some stuff to defend us, because obviously we might die. And there's also a gingerbread zombie, which is pretty crazy. Oh boy, hello, good morning. Oh, excuse me. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, so far so good. Nothing too crazy. And we're gonna go ahead and buy Pew Pew for $10,000, but it increases your fire rate by 10%. Now the question of the day is, does it increase your fire rate for all your special weapons you have? That's one question that I did get, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not 100% sure, but when I find out, I'll definitely put it in the comments, because I know you guys did ask me this question earlier. Okay, we're gonna leave all this stuff here, and we're gonna go ahead and just try to force the door open right now, and then hopefully now we have the boss, which should, yep, boss is gonna be right here. Oh boy, here we go. You're gonna see a little cutscene. And you're pretty much going to go ahead and see this guy pretty much be very upset. And then he's pretty much going to go ahead and talk about like his work that he recently did. Behold the surprise creation. I didn't even read that. It's too quick. I'm just going to go ahead and call it the cherry boss. I'm going to be honest with you. This is a lot longer than I thought. Yeah, the cherry pie boss. Because look at him. He has a cherry in his hand and a cleaver in the other, which is not that great. But I will say this, as long as you keep your distance from him, you will pretty much knock him out pretty easy. He is kind of slow, and when he does that, just move out of the way, because it is a slash attack. But yeah, and make sure he doesn't hit you with that cherry either, because if he hits you with a cherry, I'm not sure if they meant to be this way, but he swings his axe, and sometimes the cherry, sometimes, I'm not sure if he swings it or what, but if the cherry touches you, instantly dead. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this was not a part of the job description. Holy moly. If you play solos, it's gonna be way more easier compared to playing a multiplayer. If you end up coming in with your friends, make sure they all have like pack-a-punch ray guns, because it is gonna be a little bit kind of difficult to face him. But yeah, once you go ahead and kill him, he doesn't exactly drop anything aside from this prop, which is just a prop. So yeah, it would have been cool if we could have got like a free pie there. But let's go ahead and continue our adventure. Adventure time. We're gonna go ahead and summon some stuff here to go ahead and back us up. And as you guys can see right here on in front of us, left side, or technically right now the right side, there is gonna be some creation. So adds a little bit to the lore for you guys that are really into that lore. Oh my god, there's a lot more than there should be. Holy moly. Good morning. Good night. Oh boy. All right, and to go ahead and continue on, we pretty much have all these guys right here. So this kind of continues to the lore, which pretty much all these carrots, like if you were to eat a carrot, you'd turn infected and you turn into a carrot zombie. If you were to eat one of these apples, you would turn into an apple zombie. And if you were to eat one of these, I think these are strawberries, you turn into a strawberry zombie. Let's go ahead and proceed to, oh, hi. Oh my god. I'm not a big fan of the welcoming committee here. Definitely losing points for hospitality. Gonna have to report this to HR management when I find management. Oh, he's still shooting. Hi. And I'm over here wondering why I'm dying so quickly. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the mini boss isn't really that bright either. Yeah, literally he didn't even try to walk over here to get me. Whatever. We'll go ahead and take the W as it is. And now we're gonna go ahead and pick up our victims here. And then I believe down there is where we're gonna go ahead and fight the boss. The actual boss, the main boss. The one that is the strongest one in the game. But before we do that, we gotta go ahead and clear some corners. But yeah, pretty much go ahead and proceed forward. And there's gonna be a couple on our left and right side. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna go ahead and jump because when you jump, they can't get you for some reason. And we're gonna continue to run away. But yeah, overall, super simple, super easy. Just make sure to have some perks with you as well. And this is pretty much it, guys. What the hell was that? That was new. Okay. Hello. That wasn't a part of the job description. Alrighty. But yeah, once you go ahead and clear this area, you're going to pretty much proceed to the right side. And then there's going to be a door. And then I believe from here, yep, there he is. You have to fight 2 versions of him. And this is going to be the first version. Pretty much the experimental batch that the doctor had was a little underdeveloped. And this is going to be the more developed one. And as you guys could see, he's going to turn into, I'm going to say, a mini boss to some degree. But yeah, he does have a couple things, so just be careful. Oh boy, definitely be careful. If you jump up and down, he's not the brightest, and he'll pretty much miss every shot. And when he does that, you just gotta jump over it, try to time it right. Oh boy. And then, oh, just be careful when he brings out his rolling pin. I think that's, what do you call that? Rolling pin? The thing that you make dough with. Hi, how are you? Oh boy. But yeah, as you guys could see, he's pretty much falling a lot more quicker than the actual cherry boss or cherry pie boss. And the reason why he's going down a lot more quicker, and I called him a mini boss right here, is because once you go ahead and kill him, the potion has a different effect on him. And pretty much the potion, when he ends up like dying, pretty much takes effect. So think of it like Zombie Apocalypse, Resident Evil. When this guy dies, he actually turns into the mutated zombie. Technically here, he's not exactly dead, but once his eyes turn green, he's officially dead. So from this point on, he's pretty much lost his humanity, and he's gonna go, last thing he does before he actually turns into a mutant is he goes ahead and presses that, he falls into the fire, or I don't even know. I want to say that's lava, but at the same time, I don't think that's lava. For all I know, that could be like a very hot mixture of a pie. And he turns into this. So hello, welcome. And this is going to be the one where it's going to be super difficult to do. Obviously, if you have backups, summon your backup. Oh, hi. And be careful because he does have multiple attacks. So he does have laser beam attack, which doesn't look like he's going to do. He does have the spawn, I don't even know what those are. What are those things called? Beetroots? Yeah, here's the lasers. So these lasers are going to be kind of hard to dodge. Luckily, it doesn't last for that long. He also has a summon ability where he bangs on the floor right here and he summons multiple infected. I'm going to be honest with you, it seems like it's a lot more less. Last time I did this, I did it with 6 players and we all had one hell of a time. We're going to go ahead and try to knock out these small guys though, because they're definitely going to be an issue. Small guys first. Hi, how are you? Excuse me. So, oh, excuse me. Target practice indeed, isn't it? Oh boy. And also, stay away from the beetroots because when they blow up, they do excessive amount of damage. Not really good to be close. And we got the lasers. Bring out the lasers. Oh my god, this is like a rave. EDM is crazy. Oh my. And he should be knocked KO right now. There you go. Easy. Perfect. And pretty much when you go ahead and defeat him, this is the animation that's going to spawn in, and he will drop a lot of boss drops. And if you put them all together, from my understanding, you make a lot of money. Oh, hi. Ooh. They were not a part of the job description. All right. And also, don't forget to collect your coins. But pretty much this is what you're going to go ahead and have right here. Hyper Yeast. And from my understanding, if you put all of them together, you do make a lot of money. So we're going to go ahead and test out that theory. And so now that we're back at base, we're going to go ahead and place these guys down right here. I'm going to make sure that it's clear, and then I'm going to put 2 more, and we're going to go ahead and bake this, and we're going to see how much this is actually worth. As you guys can see, that's probably the biggest pie that is in the game as of right now. But we're going to go ahead and wait for it to cook, and we're going to see actually right there. Yep, there it is. This is worth $58,000. Holy moly. Jesus. Yeah, this is the most expensive pie to go ahead and have, and I'm just going to go ahead and make it. And yep, it was 58, but we got 55 because obviously we had to pay tax. And unfortunately, this guy officially is probably going to turn into a mini boss later on. So hopefully he doesn't, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. Also, another thing I want to go ahead and bring to you guys' attention is that pretty much the perks right here are gone. Remember how we had a perk machine here? Unfortunately, it's disappeared, but luckily there are perks scattered around the map. There's a total of 5. I did show you where one of them was at, and there's another one right there. Obviously, I'll pretty much show you guys where the rest of them are at later on, but as of right now, I think that's pretty much the update for right now. Now let's go ahead and go over everything that we just covered right here, and pretty much this is on their Discord server. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out, pretty much go to their game page, scroll down to social links, and then click on their server, or I should say their Discord link, and then you'll be able to access all the information. But let's go ahead and just go ahead and get started with this. So pretty much there is a new class. I haven't really talked about it, but I will be making a video about that later on. But pretty much it's the bounty hunter, and pretty much what the bounty hunter does is every time you save a civilian, you get money for that. So anyone that has blueprints, whenever you save them, you pretty much get money for that. And I'm not really going to go too much details on that because I'm going to make a separate video. New location, the food factory, which you guys did see. And in order to go ahead and get into the food factory, you must defeat the mad scientist to unlock the food factory. Scientist, or the mad scientist, will die, drop you a floppy disk, which you have to take back to the baker where you pretty much make your pies. And you got to go ahead and pretty much go to the back to where the PC's at, put in the floppy disk, go ahead and see a little shortcut scene, and then you'll go ahead and get the ID. Now when you go ahead and open the facility, you're gonna have a total of what it says 4 new zombies, but I believe it's gonna be 5. These are gonna go ahead and include the peanut zombies, the zombies that pretty much have the medical equipment on, which are gonna be the nurses. You're gonna have the jelly zombies, you're gonna have the gingerbread zombies, and then you're also gonna have the ones that I call the hot dog zombies, even though they have peas in them. You're gonna have the mini boss, which is gonna be the Doomberry minigun boss, or mini boss I would say. And then the last 2 you're gonna go ahead and have, which I couldn't read because I'm dyslexic, the cherry pie boss, which I call him, and then also you're gonna have the baker boss, which is gonna be the mini boss version, and then you'll have his bigger version, his boss version, when he goes ahead and dies and let the infection take over him. Now the new weapon, as you guys did see, was pretty much the minigun. As of right now, you cannot pack-a-punch it, but I believe they're going to do that in the future. Also, there are new badges for when you defeat the new bosses. I already got them, so that was a big W. Also, another thing to go ahead and note is that there's going to be new 4th of July skins and weapon cases. New perks, which is Pew Pew Juice, which is pretty much 10%, what was it? It was 10% more being quicker on attack, if I remember correctly. I'm not exactly sure if this counts for individual class items or it's just for guns that are already in the game. So, and when I say game, that are in pretty much the shop, and as well as the ray gun, as well as the the Wonder Waffle, which I call it. Each perk has its own new machine, and it's in different locations, which I'll make a video later on. And some improvements and bugs that have been fixed. Pretty much we have vacuum backpack performance improved, which means whenever you vacuum, zombies won't technically get stuck anymore on the floor because sometimes they do glitch. I can't read this. Custom proximity prompt, which I'm not 100% sure what that is, to be honest with you. Monster idle animation fixed, so sometimes monsters would get stuck and wouldn't move around, but pretty much now they do. wall clock bug, which is going to be like there's a bug with a clock that is on the wall right here, and it pretty much shows you the exact time when it's going to be night and day. And last but not least, other stuff for fixes, which pretty much means there's probably some fixes to their AI, some fixes to their IE or UI. So yeah, there's that as well. But yeah, that pretty much covers it, guys. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Till then, take care, everybody.